as advertised, Sisney and Tanya.
Yep.
As promised, Lena Dunham is here. Good
Wow.
morning, Lena Dunham.
Welcome to the show.
Good morning. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Do you know, I'm just going to say it's been too long.
You know, it has been too long, and I was thinking about that. I haven't seen you in a really long time, and hearing your voice, I mean, I obviously hear your voice all the time because you're Ryan Seacrest, but in dialogue with your voice is lovely.
Well, thank you, Lena Dunham. Do people call you who don't regularly, hang out with you, do they call you by your first and last name usually?
That's an interesting question. I do get a lot. I have to say, I get a lot of friends being like if I do something naughty, being like, Lena Dunham, Lena Dunham, Lena Dunham.
Because I don't think I've ever said your name without it being one word.
I mean, do people call you Ryan Seacrest? I call you Ryan Seacrest.
Majority do.
The majority, even my family calls me that now.
You're just Seacrest.
I was thinking, lay here in bed with a cup of coffee trying to get my voice to sound normal, how impressed I am that you get up at such a same hour every day and share yourself with the people.
And every day the alarm goes off, they tell me it's going to feel like a good day. It doesn't for the first 10 minutes. The first 15 are really rough, but then we get into a sort of a rhythm here. And, Sisney and Tanya, they are really good at giving feedback to me, to each other. We talk about a lot of things. For example, a congratulations is in order. Since we last spoke years ago, you got married. You celebrated a 1-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So
it's been very sweet.
A year in. I've never done it, Lena Dunham. Do you recommend it?
I have to say that, yes, I do. I mean, obviously, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. It's different for everyone. Maybe you're a person who just loves to, have a partner, but also feel like you can have a certain kind of freedom that you feel like maybe marriage doesn't afford you. Don't know. Don't want to impose in my thoughts about your psychology. But what I really like about it, besides the fact that I just really like my husband, it wouldn't work with someone who wasn't him, is that it really does feel like that we're on a team together and that we're something together. And of course, I know plenty of people who aren't married who feel that way, and I have plenty of people who are married who don't feel that way. But that was the big thing in marriage for me, was this feeling that life is a grand project that we're undertaking as a team.
You said something, the word, and my friends who have successful marriages, great relationships, they always say to me that the thing for them is that they love them, of course, but they like their partner. They like spending time. They like doing things together. They like the person they're with. I
have to say that is something that my parents always talked about. My parents are going to celebrate their 40th wedding anniversary this year. They've been together for 47 years.
Wow.
And my mom would always say to me, I love your dad, but sometimes I don't love him, but also I like him. She'd be like, I just like who he is. And I think the big things for me are I like him, I trust him, and we have fun together. And when we don't have fun together, I always know that that's coming again because of those other two.
Well, you know what's fun? Let me tell you, you want to have a good time? You need to get your Amazon Prime Video streamable and check out Catherine Called Birdy. Now, you want to laugh. How do you do when someone says, oh, well, what is it? How do you say what it is? Because it's unique.
I'm so glad that you think it's fun, because I think it's fun too. And what I say is that it is a period set coming-of-age comedy about a young woman fighting back against an arranged marriage. And sometimes they go, that sounds great. And sometimes they go, what the F? But either way, they seem vaguely intrigued. And the other thing I say is it's a period piece about a girl getting her period.
And it's based on, the novel is the material that you started with here, right?
The novel is what I started with. It's a children's literature. It's a piece of children's literature from 1994. So I read it in 96. I was 10. And it was my favorite book as a kid. And then when I got to this weird old town and people started talking about optioning things and what book would you want to option, and this was what I said. And it was right at the height of sort of like Hunger Games, Twilight, like teen movies were definitely feeling like they had to have this really big hook, you know, whether it was teens fighting to the death or you're in love with a vampire. And both of those things are great, but this one didn't necessarily have that. And so it took a while to find people who trusted that this could be its own kind of teen story. And I was lucky enough to find working title in London and Amazon, and I got to make it, and it was such a joy to do. It really was. It was the most fun I've ever had on a job.
You want to laugh? Catherine called Birdy. Check it out on Amazon Prime Video. Now, the real reason you are here, I know, is to give us a preview of Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights. What do you know?
Literally, I can't even say a word about saying a word. I would never dare.
I mean, it's coming. It's coming out Friday.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Please.
Don't I know? And here's what I'll say. My favorite thing about is that despite being her friend, I am a crazed fan, just like everyone else. And when an album comes out, like, I have the exact same response that like a 14-year-old in Ohio would have. So I'm just saying, like, that just despite knowing and loving her for such a long time, I just and I'm sure that everyone will have their minds blown, because the thing about her is she just gets better and better and better and better and better. We don't know how she does it, but we thank her.
We do.
Yes.
And we do thank you, Lena. Really, honestly, we are such big fans, and I was really looking forward to chatting with you and catching up with you today. So thank you for coming on.
It's as I said before, an honor and a pleasure. You are a national treasure, Ryan.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow.
That rhymes.
Lena Dunham, she can put words together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Got
hey,
it.
guys, she could discover us, okay?
Yeah.
Please
She
do.
could
Please do.
You watch out. We could have a big break right here.
Hey, you don't know. This could be the first day of the rest of your life.
Thank you. Well, enjoy your morning, Lena Dunham. Thank you for coming on. We'll see you soon, I hope, in person.
Thank you all for having me. Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Truly one of the greats to me.
Yeah,
One of the greats.
I have to agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, if her name's on some, you know what? There's people where you have their name is, you don't even know the title, but their name is on
You
it.
know it's going to be good.
You know it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.